are back with another episode of the Fight Gods podcast. That's my main guy, Willie G. I'm Neko G, and we are here to discuss everything that's going on in the combat sports world and around the MMA community, man. Here we are with episode 51. And to be quite honest, it ain't too much to talk about going on this weekend. So me and Will gonna have a debate tonight. We're gonna talk about some other shit. But how you doing over there, Will?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. We're gonna have the great debate. I see a lot of these coming on, but this is the first of many, man. But yeah, I'm doing all right. Exactly, man. But hey, before we get into that, let's talk for a minute about this whole Anderson Silva versus Tito Ortiz boxing match. What in the world is going on with that, man? That is going to be the co-main event for Oscar De La Hoya versus Vitor Belfort. I'm just like, seriously, what is going on, man?
Chew up the clown cars and circus monkeys.
Yeah. You think Tito's just taking it for the payday because he knows he's not going to beat Anderson in boxing? I mean,
you think damn sure not beating Anderson in boxing. Anderson gonna light that man up,
right? You think he's just doing it for the payday?
Definitely about the money and just some form of relevancy, just being back in the spotlight for anything. Like, right. After a while when like fighters are, out of the twilight of their career and, they're no longer in their prime, they'll do anything for a taste of that spotlight one more time, man.
Right. That makes sense, man. Kind of like Randy the Ram, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Randy the Ram. Yeah, so he got out of the politics thing. I guess he was having some issues. He was falsifying documents, and he ended up like getting out of that whole thing. And now all of a sudden he wants to fight again. A couple weeks ago, he was pleading in the media to have another fight with Chuck Liddell in the UFC, which was completely ridiculous. Especially when Dana was like begging Chuck not to fight when he was fighting. But it's just kind of wild, man. I mean, Anderson, you'd be crazy if you didn't do it if you were Anderson. And I'm not saying it's an easy payday, but it's a pretty easy payday. So, I don't know, man. And, Vitor has been calling out Anderson saying he wants to box him. So yeah, I wonder if Anderson wins and Vitor wins if they box each other.
Man, Vitor not winning.
Man, De La Hoya looks like crap. I mean, have you seen him hitting the pads and stuff? He looks like he's permanently messed up, man.
I would bet you he smoked Vitor's boots.
We'll have to make a bet for that one, man, because I
bet you he smoked Vitor's boots.
we'll make a bet when the time comes.
How many rounds is it?
I think 8 rounds, maybe 10. I think.
All right.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't see De La Hoya doing too well in that fight.
It's gonna be Jab City.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yep. He gonna jab and get on that bicycle all night.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I could definitely see that. He can't eat Vitor's power though. But we've never really seen Vitor throw hands with 16-ounce gloves either, though. So could be interesting. But like you said, it's more of a spectacle than anything.
For sure.
Triller,
that man's still a legend at the end of the day, man. That shit is still inside of him. It's still Oscar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, all 4 of those guys are legends in their own right. I mean, like it or not, like them or not, all 4 of those guys are legends. But
nah, man, stop it. Tito don't belong in this circle.
I know, man. It's hard not to put him like as a legend.
Nah, man, he is a fucking legend, but he's oh man, he's such a.
He doesn't belong with those guys, though.
He's such a tool, man.
He really is, man. He really is. Just I don't know, man. And I just loved when Chael Sonnen was lighting him up on stage, just killing him, cracking on him all day, man. But anyway. Neko, not a lot of other stuff going on in MMA today. There was something that I saw, though, that the other day a UFC fighter got his car stolen. Did you see that?
No, I didn't. Who?
Hold on one second. Let me get it. Jordan
did he get jacked for it, or did they take it while he wasn't watching?
Jordan Wilson got the guy tried to steal his car, and I guess he chased him down. and took his
Chasing the
car
car
back.
down on foot.
Yeah, in the parking lot of the airport, and the dude like stopped the car and jumped out and ran away.
He doesn't run track and field for Team USA.
I guess
I'm
not.
not understanding how somebody runs you down on foot when you're in their car.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me see. They've
Do,
got some.
do, do
They've
the
got some kind
doors
of
lock?
video.
Do the doors lock?
I mean, yeah,
Where the
I don't know.
windows go?
That's what I was reading earlier. Let's see, because there is a video of it, of at least part of it. Let's see, if I can share this. At least I won't get copywritten for this, man. Let's see. Share the screen.
They don't want to see. They don't want to see us shine. Will
They
don't
don't.
want to see us shine. They want to rip us just for booty shit. Like, come on, man.
Right.
You want to rip us for some music?
Right. Ridiculous. Hey, so look, I haven't seen this. I've only read about it. So let's just see what happens, man. This security footage, though, from the airport. Let's go ahead and take a look at that.
Is this on his Instagram?
Yeah. Yep.
What a clown.
So that dude's looking.
Chili Willie in the building. What's good, my guy?
You see that? That dude just got in his car.
Mm-hmm.
And
he was like, nah, my G. What you think this is? Oh, man, you didn't lock the door? Well, oh, boo-boo the fool. What is wrong with you? And he just let him skate off, too.
Yeah. So, I don't know. The dude's name is Jordan Williams. I'm not sure if I know that guy or not. He's a welterweight. I'm not sure that I've seen him fight before. I'm sure I've seen him fight. I just don't remember him right off the bat. But, man, that dude picked the wrong dude's car to steal. I'd say that at least. Let's see. Jordan Williams. And let's see. His name is Jordan Bame Williams.
Mm-hmm.
And, we saw him fight the other week, Neko. He got submitted by Mickey Gall in 3 minutes at UFC on ESPN 27 on the undercard of Sanhagen and Dillashaw. Yeah, we absolutely have seen him fight, man. Yeah, he got choked out.
How did he get submitted? He got choked out?
Yeah, yep, rear naked choke. Yep.
Damn.
9-5. He's let's see, in the UFC he is 0-2. So there you go, man. But the thief definitely picked the wrong car to steal. What's up, Chili Willie in the building?
No, they didn't. They picked the right car. They picked the right car. All they had to do is lock that damn door. He picked the right car. That man 0-2.
Yeah,
that was the right one if you're gonna do one. Don't do the man that choked him out.
For real, that's true. He might have gotten killed if it was Mickey Gall. Chili Willie, what's going on, bro? Hope everything is good down there in the Philippines.
Hey, yo, Will, you ever see the video of Andrew Schultz trying to choke out Joe Rogan?
No. Is it pretty good?
He just can't do it. Like, Joe has no neck. He's just like struggling so hard to get his like little thin pencil arms around his neck and squeeze.
That's awesome.
Nope.
That's hilarious.
Nope.
Man, I'll tell you one thing. I'm pretty disappointed right now, bro. I was supposed to go see Brendan Schaub this weekend, and they canceled.
Bro, you were gonna see Brendan Schaub do what?
Stand-up comedy, bro.
Why were you gonna do that to yourself?
Because, man, I'm a fan, bro. I'm a fan of Brendan Schaub.
All right, you're a fan of the man?
Yeah, I like Brendan Schaub.
All right, but are you a fan of the comedy?
Well, I like it. I mean, his special wasn't great, but I do like him on The Fighter and the Kid. I think he's pretty damn funny, and on The King and the Sting.
All right, I know. Let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. One being Dane Cook.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And 10 being, I don't know, fucking Bill Burr. All right. Where does Brendan Schaub rank?
Hey, well, first let's say that.
No.
Back in the day, because
don't even go into back in the day. People love Dane Cook.
Dane
you know
Cook,
what the fuck I'm talking about, Will. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I would say his comedy special would be like a 3 or a 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, but I am a fan of him. And like the comedy special was 2 years ago. He's had to have gotten better by now, at least. But no, I was supposed to go see him Friday.
He got a laugh out of me when he said he got hard when he heard Hulk Hogan say "brother" during the fight. that definitely did get a laugh out of me.
Bro, when he's talking about getting his ass kicked by Travis Brown, that was pretty funny too, man. That was a pretty good story.
But that's only because you watch him fight.
Right. Oh, absolutely, man, absolutely. And because you know the backstory of him dating Ronda, and then you had Travis Brown with Ronda for that fight and stuff like that. So, but it's all good. They had to reschedule it for like January. They said he had some kind of family emergency. So look, now I got an extra 4 months for him to improve on that, man. So maybe he'll be even better.
Hopefully he working out.
Hopefully, man.
You gotta hit the small bars, man. You gotta do some like Laugh Factory shit.
You know, you would think, and I mean, it could have happened, and I just don't even know about it. But you got to think, man, if you're like best friends with Joe Rogan and Brian Callen, those guys have to be like almost like training you. You know what I mean? They should be at least.
Yeah, or at least giving you tips of the trade, man. Because Joe knows how to work an audience for sure. His comedy specials have been really decent.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So definitely having him in the corner is
right. And Brian Callen too. I mean, Brian Callen's comedy specials are pretty good. Yep. But yeah. So anyway, Neko, let's get to the real reason we're here, bro.
Let's do it.
And the real reason we're here.
Let's do it. And y'all better chime in too. If you're in the comment sections right now, I should share this shit on my wall too, because I know my boys got some shit to say. Yeah. I want to know who y'all see as the GOAT. Y'all better chime in.
Neko, you ready for the unveiling?
Yeah.
Boom. Here it is. Who is the GOAT? And it just so happens that Neko says it's Jose Aldo. I say it's Max Holloway. Jose Aldo is right above Neko, and Holloway is right above me. Now, Neko, if you're going into a fight and you had to pick one of these guys to have your back, which one would you pick, man? Because look, I'm picking Max Holloway because he's piecing people up like nobody's business. I think that you're frozen right now, but that's all right. I'm sure you'll be back in a second. Chili Willie, if you're still in there, man, I want to know which one of these three guys is the featherweight GOAT. That's what I need to know from you, man. I need to know, bro. Yeah, you're back. Neko, I asked the question first of all. First and foremost, if you were on your way into a fight in the bar, which one of these guys would you want to have your back? And you're frozen again. So that's
oh shit! No, that's a tough question.
Come on, man. You gotta answer it. That doesn't have anything to do with who's the GOAT. I'll throw that out there. I'm just asking you a question. If you were going into a fight, me too. That's what I said. Max is dropping people with elbows, knees, everything. But you know,
man threw 445 significant strikes in a fight. I want Max for me.
That's about the same as like 3 other fighters.
Ain't he Samoan?
Yeah, he's tough, man.
Well, is he
Hawaiian?
He's Hawaiian.
Hawaiian, yeah.
Hawaiian, yeah. Like, yeah, that's a guy I want on my side.
All right. At least you're honest about it, man. I do appreciate that. I wouldn't want Conor on my side because he would just be looking for old dudes to fight. So we can leave him out of this. But Neko, I'm gonna give you the floor. You want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
No, man. It's all you. I'm gonna just chime in anyway. So
all right.
We're gonna do this like a regular conversation.
All right. Well, okay, Neko. I'm gonna start with this. I got stats. I got stats for days, man. I looked all this stuff up.
I don't need no damn stats.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, Neko, I'm gonna show you the stats.
Okay.
And we're gonna talk about these. All right. Here are the featherweights.
Oh man, yo, you got crazy. Damn, yo, you pulling up the PowerPoint presentation right now?
My God. You gotta do it, man.
All right.
Jose Aldo, 10-4 in featherweight fights in the UFC, 2 world titles, 1 interim title, 8-2 in title fights. Max Holloway. What's that? Yeah, Max Holloway, 18-5 with 11 finishes, 1 world title, 1 interim title. And 2 wins over Jose Aldo, 5-2 in title fights. Conor McGregor, 7-0 with 6 finishes, 1 world title, 1 interim title, wins over Jose Aldo, Max Holloway, and he's 2-0 in title fights.
This is just UFC, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
UFC. So, and
This is
one
why
thing
I'm telling you I don't need stats right here. Because we can only do this in UFC.
right.
Basically, I mean, that's where Max. Well, where did Max start? And how long was he there? Because I feel like he basically came up in UFC.
His fifth fight was in the UFC. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
What about Aldo in the WEC?
Jose Aldo, let's see. He had and you asked me a very interesting question earlier, and I don't know if you really want me to answer that, but I can if you want me to.
No, professionally, because I know that Aldo professionally took an L in his first one. I was talking about for them in UFC when I said that.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. So look, Aldo had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wins in WEC before the UFC. He won all 8 of his fights. But what I was gonna say is earlier you asked how long it took Max to lose a fight. He lost his 4th or 5th fight to Dustin Poirier. On the other hand,
but that was his debut in the UFC.
Yes. Yep.
Yes.
That's a rough debut for anybody. Let's be honest.
Yes.
All right. So Aldo lost his 8th fight versus a guy named Luciano Azevedo, who I looked up, who has a decent record. He's like, I don't know, like 18-6 or 18-7. He never fought on any big shows, but he does have wins over Dean Thomas and Jose Aldo, which is impressive. You beat those 2 guys. So he was some kind of a badass. Originally, I was going to come on here and tell you that he lost to a nobody until I saw that he had also beaten Dean Thomas. Then I was like, all right, the guy. If just in UFC, Chili Willie says Conor. Whoa, that's the hot take of the night, Neko.
I don't know why he keep testing me because I love Uncle Chill. I love Uncle Chill. It's
Uncle
crazy.
Chill in the building.
Don't do that. That's wild. There's one man who doesn't even belong on this screen right now, and it's Conor McGregor.
Well, you kind of have to put him on there, only because he does have wins over the other 2. He's got to be in the conversation at the very least.
Yes.
I don't think he's number 1 at all. I think Max Holloway is. Now,
you can be the best on the night and still not be considered a GOAT, man.
Right. That's true. So when Holloway beat Aldo, it was 4 years ago and a little more than that. So Aldo was 29-30. I see a lot of people saying that Aldo was washed up by the time that he fought Max Holloway. I don't see it the same way, because 29-30 is not washed up, not old. I know Jose's been fighting for a long time, but if Max beat him when he was 29-30, that's still pretty prime years, Neko. What do you think about that?
I think that those are prime years, but I think when you've been doing anything for a decade at the clip that man was doing it at, there's so much fucking film on the guy, man. Come on,
right. That's true.
It should be easy pickings to develop the game plan around this man at this rate of his career. Honestly,
right. Okay. Hey,
he's in there young. He's been doing it for a minute. I think that in MMA you age like dog years. Yeah, I'm sure for us average Joes, 30 is our fucking prime. Now fucking go throw them hands for 10 plus years.
Right.
Put the miles on them wheels. Start throwing them kicks. Nah. You age a little different. You can still look good, but bro, I don't know, man. Between film and just age and time spent throwing hands, I think you age a little differently in martial arts.
Okay. I'm with you.
Because honestly, I think that McGregor's already past his prime.
I think McGregor's having a lot of issues, man, and now he's just like grasping at straws, talking shit to DC. Now he's saying that he's who? Conor? Conor, I think is 34 or 35, right? Let's see. I think he's grasping at straws.
34, 35.
I think so, man. Something along those lines. Let's see. He is 33. Okay. He just turned 33. But Let me point out another stat to you, Neko, that I didn't put on the screen
Okay.
because it's a little bit misleading. But since we're just talking about the UFC, Aldo's longest win streak in the UFC was, let's see, I had it earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wins in a row. Do you know how long of a win streak Max went on? Any idea? Neko, are you with me? True, Aldo is great.
Hello.
Hey, Conor sucks now. Yeah, he pretty much does. Neko, are you back with me? So I was saying, Aldo won 7 fights in a row at featherweight. Do you know how many Max won? Max won 13 fights. All right. Looks like Neko's having some issues. I think he's going to leave and come back in. Neko, I'm going to boot you. Just come back in. All right, bro? Let's see. There we go. All right. So I'm here by myself, so I could say that Neko is wrong and it really is Max Holloway. No, I'm just fucking around. He'll be back here in a minute. But what I was trying to get out of him is that Jose Aldo did win 7 fights in a row. They were all title fights. Max Holloway won 13 fights in a row. 4 of them were title fights. Both are pretty damn impressive. Jose Aldo pretty much single-handedly built the division as far as putting it on the map, making a name for it, and all that kind of stuff. So you got to give him credit for that. Conor came in. He had a sweet run, but he never should have left featherweight. He did leave featherweight. He went up to lightweight, won the title, and that's all well and good. But since then, his career has been downhill, and that's unfortunate for him. But maybe he got a little bit too ambitious with that weight change. You know, it happens. Some people do that. But Max Holloway is, in my opinion, one of the top MMA fighters of all time. And I think by the time he retires, which probably won't be for a while because Max is still a pretty young guy. I mean, he was born in 91. He's what, 30? 29, actually. He'll be 30 at the end of the year. So I feel like he is in his prime. There is a lot of tape on him now, though, just like Neko was saying about when he fought Aldo. There's a lot of tape on Aldo. But
okay,
so Neko.
Okay, we changed locations. I'm back.
There you are.
The internet is back now. Hold on, because
that's what's up.
I was reading some comments. What did Uncle Chill say?
Uncle Chili said, "True, Aldo is great, but he got beat first round. Conor sucks now."
No. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do, right? We're gonna go the route where the man is the GOAT because he beat the dude that you consider the GOAT. So let's go through. Who do you consider the GOAT in boxing?
Who do I consider the GOAT?
Yep.
I'm older, so I consider Muhammad Ali, but yeah, he's got losses.
Talk about him.
Yeah, I mean, he's
not the GOAT. Frazier is.
You could say that. I'm not saying you couldn't, man. I mean, you could even know
what I mean, though?
Yeah, you could even say Trevor Berbick.
Yeah, Trevor Berbick.
But
who
then
the
Mike
fuck
Tyson
is that guy? Let's go, Tyson.
Yeah,
let's do. No, nobody beats Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis has to be the GOAT. Then he has to.
No, man, he lost to Oliver McCall.
Oh wow, this is crazy. Come on, man, we're not doing this tonight. That's not how we're playing this game.
Hey, no, I agree because when it comes down to it, McGregor did beat both of these guys, and he had a little impressive run. He won 7 fights in a row. Aldo won 7 fights in a row. What I was saying earlier is two of Conor's were title fights. Jose won 7 title fights in a row. That was his longest win streak in the UFC. Max won 13 fights in a row, but only 4 of those were title fights. It's pretty impressive when you think about Jose Aldo, winning 7 title fights in a row. Winning 13 fights in a row, but not all those were title fights for Max is pretty awesome too, but you're not on the same level of opponents. But Chili Willie's laughing at you now, man.
No, he's not laughing at me. He's laughing because he knows what's up. It's facts. And we can do this with anybody, honestly.
Hey, but listen, Trevor Berbick.
Because honestly, if we're just going to talk about the GOAT in general when it comes to UFC, right? I feel like somebody's going to chime in here at any moment and say, John Jones.
Yeah, I mean,
What's up, Will? What's up, Will? Why you laughing?
because I don't think he's the GOAT.
He
Even
don't got
though,
an L on record.
yeah, Matt Hamill.
Oh, we love this tonight. That's the GOAT.
Yeah,
That's the
Matt
GOAT.
Hamill.
That's the original Aljamain.
Yeah, hey, but look, there. If you go through all the stuff, that's one of the reasons why Artem Lobov is the GOAT, because he beat somebody who beat somebody who beat somebody who beat Matt Hamill, who beat John Jones. So that's where that GOAT thing came from, even though he's got a losing record.
Oh my God, this
Nico,
is so great. Yeah.
before we get too far into this, I just want to tell you about Trevor Berbick. Do you really not know who he is?
Nah.
Okay. So, Chili, I know you know this stuff, but at the end of Muhammad Ali's career, in December of 1981, I believe it was Muhammad Ali's last fight. I could be wrong. Let me check that real quick. Trevor Berbick beat him, and it just wasn't a good look. Yeah, it was his last fight for Muhammad Ali. It wasn't a good look. He won a unanimous decision. Ali took so much damage that he should have not taken. So, Nico, Chili Willie says John is the GOAT. But anyway, so a couple years later, Trevor Berbick runs into a guy named Mike Tyson who beat his ass. This is 5 years later. Mike Tyson beat his ass. And Nico, have you ever seen the clip where Mike Tyson hits this one dude so hard, the guy gets up, falls down again, gets up, falls down again? It was 3 knockdowns.
Yeah.
That's Trevor Berbick.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So that's and like I know that Ali was like told Mike Tyson, kick his ass, and Mike Tyson said he wanted to kill him in the fight. I think Mike Tyson was saying he wanted to drive his nose up into his brain and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Trevor was a bully, man, and he got what was
I'm gonna grab my charger. Keep it going, Will.
Yeah, that's what's up. Hey, but Chili, he got what was coming to him because Mike Tyson beat that ass, bro. He got what was coming to him, man, for real. So I just wanted to tell that story real quick because I grew up watching those kind of fights. Even though that Ali and Berbick fight happened the first year I was alive, I've seen it, numerous times, and then I've also seen Mike Tyson just kill Trevor Berbick in that fight. So, yep, Tyson's gonna eat his children, man. Mike Tyson, what the fuck, man? One of the dumbest things an athlete has ever said to another athlete, in my opinion. I mean, there's been some other pretty stupid ones, but I'm gonna eat your children. That was pretty bad. Telling what's his name, Lennox Lewis that. But yeah, Chili, that's what's up, bro. Chili says he remembers that. Probably Mike Tyson saying that, or Mike Tyson killing Trevor Berbick, or both. I'm sure he does. He's a few years older than I am, so he was still a little kid when that happened. But so Nico, back to what we were discussing.
Yes, sir.
The interesting thing about these guys is who they've beaten. Okay, Aldo beat Frankie Edgar twice when Frankie was Frankie.
What was Frankie was Frankie.
Yes. Frankie was Frankie.
Yes.
He beat Kenny Florian in Kenny Florian's like peak, and he beat Chad Mendes twice. None of those are easy fights. None at all. Chad Mendes had a bunch of title fights because he was always right there on the cusp of being the champion. He had 3 title shots, I think, in the UFC. I mean, that was the dude, man. Max Holloway, I struggled to just pick 5 fights because I only picked 5 for Jose, so I tried to keep it fair. So I picked Brian Ortega. No, I'm being serious. Charles Oliveira, I put him on there because of who he is. Frankie Edgar and Jose Aldo twice. I could have put Anthony Pettis only because Anthony Pettis is a legend as well. But I left him off of there because I don't feel like that was prime Anthony Pettis. I think that was Anthony Pettis. He was a shell of himself, I think, by the time that fight happened. So, and then, and Conor, he beat Jose Aldo, Max Holloway, Dustin Poirier, and Chad Mendes. I will say this, Nico.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't think he's the GOAT, and I don't think he's number 2. I think he's number 3, Conor McGregor. But the guys he beat in that 7-fight streak, namely the ones I just named, Max, Jose, Chad, and Dustin, that's a pretty crazy run that he went on, man. That
For
seven
sure.
fight run might be the most impressive run of any of these guys as far as like 7 fights in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, he literally beat, like I said, 7 guys in a row, and 4 of them are pretty much going to be Hall of Famers. So, what do you say? He chance rock him around the table, stole his chain on live TV. No one did anything to stop them running amok. Classic Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was a mess. You know, it's sad, man. Like I was saying after, when you froze. Conor did go up to lightweight and win the title, Neko. But since he did that and he left featherweight, his career has been downhill completely. Yeah, he had a great performance against Eddie Alvarez, but what has he done since then? I mean, he had a good fight with Nate, and then the rematch was a classic, but he's lost to Nate. He's lost to Khabib. He's lost to Dustin twice, and he's lost to Floyd. And he's only won 1 fight against Nate. So he's 1-5, like in combat sports since he left featherweight. I feel like he should have stayed there, man. Honestly, that's what I was saying while you were away.
Oh, that's a fact. He was a really good fighter at 145.
Yeah.
He had all the right attributes for that weight class.
Do you see him ever trying to get back down to 145?
Fuck no.
No, just too big now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Too big. That would take too much. Like, no. Come on, man. No way. Man like to eat now.
Yeah.
You can't get him to go back to old eating habits and dieting and all that shit. Now with Billy's in his pocket, no way.
Right. That's true too. Hey, one thing we can agree on, and no, these were not in the UFC, but either was Jose Aldo's first loss. But man, Conor has lost to some like not great fighters. I mean, he got his ass choked out in, let's see, the first round in 38 seconds by Joseph Duffy, who couldn't cut it in the UFC. In the UFC, Joe Duffy was okay, but he went like, I think like 4-4 in the UFC. So, that dude was nobody special, and he choked Conor out. And then also Conor got choked out by another guy named Artemij Sitanov, and that was in 1 minute and 9 seconds. He got snuffed out by 2 guys that were not, good fighters, just okay fighters, regional fighters, but people that just never really made it big. Yeah. I mean, bro, this dude, Artemij Sitakov, you know what his record is? 15-17.
Man.
I mean, so those being on your record, besides the UFC, that's pretty rough. Now, if we're talking about all-time MMA, Neko, and not the UFC, I will go ahead and concede that Jose Aldo would have to be the GOAT. If we're talking about complete career, okay? Because at one time, the WEC was considered the world champion. Regardless of what anybody else says. But if we're talking about UFC, I've got to go with Max Holloway. I've got to, man, because of how impressive his stats are, man. I'll throw this back up here just because I don't want you to feel like I'm like cherry picking the stats, but 11 finishes, Neko, 18 wins and 5 losses. That's pretty impressive, man.
8-2 in title fights is impressive.
It's very impressive. It's very impressive. And it's actually
2 world titles.
I think I messed that up. I think Holloway should be 18-4 because no, it is 18-5. Nope, I was right. Okay. 2 world titles. Absolutely. One thing you can say about the 1 world title though, Neko, is that he beat Frankie. And it was like, it was because Conor walked away from the title, remember?
Yep.
So, and he'd already beaten Frankie. And everybody thought that Aldo was finished. Hey, look, Aldo has a great comeback story, and it's not over. Everybody thought Aldo was finished after Conor knocked him out. in that quick of a fight. And then he came out there and he beat Frankie's ass again. And Frankie was still Frankie. There was no question about that. I think Aldo could dive in the Conor fight. I was going for Aldo back then.
Yo, man.
He just got snake bitten, man. It's just one of those things, man.
He was emotional, man.
Yeah.
He was emotional. He
if
stuck that chin out there, reaching for that left hook.
And if you watch that fight, though, if he would have landed that left hook and Conor didn't land, Aldo might have put him to sleep a couple.
Yeah, he still swole him up with that on his way out. One punch, swole him up on his way out, man.
So
no, man, but Aldo is the GOAT. If you walk up to Max Holloway right now, you ask him who the 145-pound GOAT is, he's gonna tell you Jose Aldo.
No way. He's gonna say, "Where's Jose Waldo?"
No, he's not. He's gonna say Jose is the GOAT, and he's gonna say, "I still got more work to do if I want to catch the GOAT."
I don't think he would, man.
All right, I feel like I can find that quote. I feel like I can find that quote. I feel like I have him saying that, and I'll pull that shit up next week on this show. I feel like I have that, and on top of that, anytime Jose go out there, compete, and win his fight, who chime in on Twitter? He don't talk nice about nobody else in this industry. Who chime in on Twitter? Conor fucking McGregor. Jose Aldo is a legend.
Hey man, that's good. That's good.
Game recognized game. No, it's not. It's no good sportsmanship. They know who Daddy is. They came in there to be him. That's the blueprint. That's Daddy. That's the GOAT right there. Same as Usman gonna tell you flat out. You go ask him who the 185-pound GOAT. He gonna tell you GSP is, and that's
170. Yeah, 170.
Yeah, 170, not 185.
Yeah.
But you already know what the deal is.
Yeah,
and it's 185 too, because he won that title too. So what's up? So what's up? So who want to do it? What?
Undefeated at 185.
What?
Yep. Hey, and we were talking about that earlier, Chili, when you said John Jones is the GOAT, and I don't know if you were joking because you made the funny faces. I think GSP is the GOAT. I think that let's see where John Jones
it can't
goes.
It's Matt Serra. It can't be
Matt Serra. Gosh, no, because then it would be Shoney Carter.
Oh my God, it's Shoney. Where's the top hat?
The spinning back pass.
Where's the top hat?
Hell yeah, that's my boy, man. That's a cool guy. Shoney Carter's hilarious, man. Very funny, dude. I need to dig up the video of the first podcast I ever did, and the video of him talking about trying to fight Floyd Mayweather and all the other stuff that he's done. Because that was classic stuff. And I got news for you, Shoney.
Character. He's a character. I broke bread with Shoney at Action Martial Arts Hall of Fame. Nice. He's a character.
Hey, look, Nico, I got news for everybody. Now, back then, that was about 15 years ago. Shoney Carter would have fucked Floyd Mayweather Jr. up. I'm not talking about a boxing match. I'm just talking about if they would have fought when they were on that BET show, Floyd would have walked out of there.
In a ballroom, Shoney gets that?
Shoney beats his – then – I don't know how good a shape Shoney's in now, but back then, bro, Shoney is I think he was an All-American wrestler. Bro, that dude is a badass dude, man. He's got them crazy kicks, spinning back fists. So yeah, he would have fucked up Floyd Mayweather because they were on that iron ring on BET. You know what I'm talking about, Nico?
Anderson is the all-time GOAT.
Hey, man, Stoney. Uncle Chili is pulling at my heartstrings now because that's my all-time favorite fighter. Nico knows that. And GSP is his. And, you know.
Chael Sonnen exposed Anderson Silva.
He did, man. I mean, everybody gets exposed.
Anybody can sit here. And I was one of these people who was like, nah, man, Anderson let that shit happen because he said that getting a black belt from them was like, you know, McDonald's, you know, like he just wanted to hit him with the triangle. No, Chael exposed him and he got sloppy at the end of that fucking fight. That's what happened.
He did. And he was gassed pretty bad. I agree with that. But you know, that first fight is awesome. I see people talk about how that's one of the greatest fights in MMA history, and it's really not because it wasn't very competitive. It's probably the greatest comeback in MMA history. But, you know, let me ask you this, Nico. All right. Hey, Chili, if you're still there, bro, I actually won a bet against one of my coworkers back for the second fight between Anderson Silva and Chael Sonnen. I won a bet, and my coworker had to use my picture as his profile picture, and he had to put that I was his hero. So that was kind of funny, man. Yeah, we had a bet on the second Anderson fight. He's like, Shell's got it, man. He knows what to do this time. He's got it all figured out. It's gonna be a long night for Anderson. Blah blah blah. I was like, all right, we'll just bet on it, man. Fuck it. We were at Hooters. I was like, I'm not doing this, man. I'm not even gonna sit here and argue with you. I said, put your money where your mouth is. And anyway, he had my picture as his profile picture for 24 hours, and had to put that I was his hero. So, hey, man, that shit happens sometimes.
Did he get to select the photo?
No, hell no. I was wearing an Anderson Silva shirt, and I made him use that one.
Yes.
Bro, I will find the picture right now while we're on, and I will show it to you, bro. It is an epic photo, man. One of the greatest photos of all time. But Neko, I know he lost the other week, so we can't really we can't really count that against him. But do you think Pitbull, in all of MMA, not just UFC, because he's never been in the UFC, do you think Pitbull belongs in the top 5 list of featherweights of all time?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Undoubtedly.
How do you think he would have done if he would have come to the UFC, let's say 10 years ago?
Oh, he would have stacked some bodies up now.
He would have? You think he would have?
I could have seen him and Aldo having a trilogy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think so too, man.
Especially like after Conor touched that button, like just seeing what the chin is actually like. It's like Pitbull could have touched that chin.
Yeah. Okay.
I think Pitbull 145. He probably would have smoked Conor's boots for real.
Yeah.
I think so.
Well, he's one guy who had a great chin, could wrestle and strike. I mean, that dude was a badass, but Father Time catches up with all of us, so you can't really you can't really judge him by losing the other week. But let's see here. Neko, you're gonna love this picture. I'm getting ready to pull it up here.
If in fact it is Father Time, because we sitting here watching Aldo look like a new fucking man right now, I'm telling you, after 10 years reigning on top, it's nothing but footage on you. There's some coach out there who sees it, and if their fighter believes in the game plan, they will go out there and expose you for the hole that they see. It just is what it is.
That's true.
With Aldo, it was like, all right, we can outpace Aldo.
Mm-hmm.
We can outpace him, Max. Seriously.
Right,
keep him on the outside. Keep him on the outside and just fucking point. It's gonna tally up.
Right.
That's I'll definitely give Max the edge in his pace and the amount of shit that he can get off.
Okay. See, and well, I'll talk about that in a second. But Neko, this was the picture that I made him use right there.
Ooh,
bro,
that's badass.
It looked like I was ascending to the heavens, bro. I got the Anderson Silva shirt on, sinister, bro. That was insane. Anyway, Neko, this is an interesting question I have for you, because you'll know why in a second. But who is the most diverse fighter of these three? I really don't know the answer. I know it's not Conor because he has no ground game. We don't really see Jose or Max on the ground much. It's an interesting question, man.
It's Max right now.
You think so? Okay.
It's Max right now. He got more of the legs. He got the kicks going a little more. I mean, wait, no, because Conor do got the leg kicks, the teeps, the spin side with the taekwondo. He got clean boxing. His ground game has actually evolved. The foot on the outside of Khabib's leg to stop the takedown. The first takedown that Khabib shot was very nice.
It was slick, man. It was, but he just couldn't keep it up.
Switching high crotch. He was getting his back to the fence and bending his knees. He did a lot of things right. He really did.
Yeah.
Aldo's ability to sprawl.
His takedown defense is the best, I think, in MMA history, probably.
So you got to think that he has some real wrestling knowledge in there.
Right.
That's a tough question, Will. But for me personally, I'm gonna go with Max.
Yeah. Hey, man, seriously, I think that Jose Aldo's takedown defense is one of the greatest in MMA history, and I'm not just saying that because whatever. Man, you've seen it. Frankie couldn't take him down.
And I hear them talk actually about Aldo's jiu-jitsu. I do hear his jiu-jitsu is legit.
Right.
You
Okay.
just don't get the chance to see it, you know. And
Yep.
when it comes to the evolution of his game, it's second to none, man. From him basically only being known for his leg kicks to now being considered one of the best boxers in the UFC right now.
Hmm.
It's pretty wild to watch the evolution of that man's game.
Right. I mean, that makes sense. Hey, so I'm looking it up right now.
Especially when you consider, like, don't they talk about how Conor fell off because he was solely focused on his boxing.
Yeah. I
Aldo
mean, he
just
does.
did it. He threw himself into a professional boxing camp. That's what he did.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, bro, he looked so good the other week, man. Seriously, like I was pretty pissed off because you know that I like Munoz, and I was like, I just knew he was gonna beat Jose's ass, and Jose came out there and looked like prime Jose Aldo.
Mm-hmm.
So it just goes to show you, man, you can't really that is so freaking weird, man. Let me see something. I'm about to tell you something very strange. Oh, is that why? No, I don't know. I'm on the UFC stats website and I can't find anything about George St. Pierre. That is so weird. You think, man, did they take him off of here? No, this got to be something about it's got to have something to do with current fighters because I can't find Matt Serra now either. But anyway, unfortunately, this is a misleading stat. But Jose Aldo's takedown defense in the UFC is 91%. But I guarantee you, if you added all those WEC fights, it'd be like 99%. Because
Yeah,
you had people like Uriah who shot all night long,
and
Matt
failed
Brown.
and
I
failed
mean,
and failed.
so
Shut out.
yeah, bro, his ass whipping of Uriah was like a classic clinic, man.
And it's
Uriah
so
couldn't even
brutal.
walk.
It's so brutal. Like I bet you, if you were like, you told people, hey man, would you rather watch somebody get punched in the face 20 times or kicked in the leg? Majority of the people would be like, kicked in the leg, man. Punch in the face is brutal. No, go watch
Yeah,
that fucking fight and tell me you
bro.
want to watch somebody get kicked in the leg that many times. It was
Right.
so brutal. He looked like a newborn gazelle by the end of that fight, man. Legs was wobbly as fuck. Whole
Yep.
whole entire leg turned into, what do they call, like a hematoma? Like everything was just black and blue, swelled down to the calf, like sunk into his ankle.
Yep. It was
Bad. And that was
disgusting, man.
before the calf kick. That was
Mm.
before people were doing the calf kick. That's all thigh, baby.
Oh yeah, you're not kidding, man. You're not kidding about that at all. Who is this dude? Um, I don't even know, but it was freaking nasty. Let me just find this picture real quick. I want to show this on the screen. There we go. Okay, I got it. Let me see real quick. Chili, if you've never seen that fight, man, you need to go back and watch it. Jose Aldo versus Uriah Faber from WEC is one of the classic ass weapons of all time. Look at that leg, bro. And that's not even right after the fight. That's like a day or two later.
Yeah, because he's walking now. He was crutched up, man.
Yep.
He was crutched up, and even there you can see the difference in swelling between. That's his calf in the background too, right? That's his leg in the background. Yeah,
yep.
That's a different leg over there, man.
It does. It looks like it, man. It really does. But while we're on the subject of Uriah Faber, we got to give that dude some credit too, man, because he was. Well, no, I'm just saying he was so innovative that a lot of fighters still use some of the stuff that he did that we had never seen before. A prime example is when Chili Willie said, "Damn." I'm not sure who Uriah Faber was fighting. I will have to look it up. But bro, when they went for the takedown and he threw the flying knee, bro, you see that all the time now.
Yeah, this is facts.
And there were just other little odds and ends. I can't think of any others right off the bat, but I feel like he definitely is like, he's not a pioneer, but he's not like the new guy. He's like basically like a middle school type deal right now. I guess eventually he'll just be a legend, but
yeah,
right now
facts. He an OG of this shit.
He is, but you know,
You
you
know,
can't
hear this shit,
put
but
him up there with like Coleman
exactly,
and Chuck and stuff like that because they were
yeah,
before him. But
exactly.
let's see. I'm trying to figure out what fight that was, where he kept. Let's see. Was it? No, it wasn't that one. It wasn't Mike Brown. It was Jens Pulver. Jens Pulver shot for that takedown, and Uriah did that flying knee with the other knee, kneed him right in the face. Bro, there was some good fights in WEC, man. If you ever go back and watch those, anybody who hasn't seen them, there is some amazing fights that took place there. And I mean, that was really the birth of the smaller weight classes. So many good guys came out of there. I mean, you name it, they probably fought there. If they're in 155 or under, as far as like guys, you know, in the 2010 era, everybody came from WEC. I mean, even Dustin Poirier came from WEC. A lot of these guys. So, but yeah, man. So we got give a little bit of credit to Uriah Faber. So Neko, we'll go ahead and agree to disagree. You go with Aldo. I go with Max Holloway.
But we get rid of Conor.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Connor's out of it. That's a foregone conclusion. I was just being nice and putting him on there.
Oh man, absolutely credit where it's due. You got my guy. You got my guy. But you made sure you never read him up, and I bet you make sure you never re up Maxie too. So.
Oh yeah.
Because you already know.
Now let me ask you this, Neko. Right now, you say Jose Aldo is the GOAT. Who do you think will be the GOAT in 5 years of this weight class?
45?
Yep. You think then it'll be Max? Because you said he's got more to do before he's the GOAT. Do you think he will accomplish?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I can live with that, man. Okay.
Look, my son's name is Jax. I call him Jaxie Baby. You know what I mean?
Awesome,
like I got respect for my guy. I love Max, but it's a fact. It's like LeBron got more work to do. That's my guy. Jordan the GOAT though. It is what
right. That makes sense.
Got more work to do.
Yeah.
It's not done until it's done.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm with you. Neko, you know, there is something that I forgot to bring up to you. And it's not MMA news per se, but have you seen this? Well, for one, just announced Yana Kunakaya is pregnant. So I guess she is having a
mini hammer.
Santos, yeah.
She's having a mallet.
Yep. So she's pregnant. That's awesome. Team Moretta MMA is going to have a baby. Awesome. Cool. Congratulations. That's awesome. That's going to be a fighting fucking baby when it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
But what I did want to bring up, and Neko, you know more about this than I do because you've competed. You've done more competition stuff than I have. So, you know, pro wrestling, you can't really compare this. But have you seen that Paige Van Zant said that she wanted to kill herself after losing to Rachel Ostovich?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
I'll go ahead and read the quote that she gave. She said, I'm bummed out. I mean, I'm bummed out to say the least. Everyone expects me to lose, and everyone expects me to fail. I don't know. I just feel like people have this specific perception of who I am, especially online. It's crazy how much people can hate on a single person. I just don't get it. I pride myself on being a good person, and I think that's the most important thing for me. I never talk bad about my opponents. I never say a single negative thing about their character. You never know what somebody is going through, and you never know what someone is on the verge of. I told, she's talking about Vandefort. What's his name again? Her husband. Yeah, Austin Vandefort. She said, I told him I didn't want to live anymore, that this wasn't for me. Life wasn't for me anymore. It's disappointing and it's hard. She continued, it can be hard when Austin and I are married and he keeps winning and I keep losing. But honestly, him and his success is like the only thing that keeps me going because I feel like we win together. His next fight will be for a title, and I know he's going to win. I just know how good it's going to feel for him and for me, and I'm so happy. I'm so proud of him. His title fight to look forward to is all worth it. You know, which is cool. That's a good way to finish the quote. But her saying that she didn't want to live anymore, is rough. I
Yeah, for
mean,
sure.
Neko, like I said, you've competed more than I have. The only
Yeah.
competition, the only real competitions in my life, high school wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I did lose a match one time that really, really had me bummed out, and I was depressed about it. But I was also like 16 years old,
Mm-hmm.
so I should have won the match. It was just one of those things, man. But that was in the league tournament, so I didn't make it to counties. But neither here nor there. Um, how do you feel about her saying that, man?
I've never been that far, but it's funny that you mentioned wrestling, even with like the Amy fights and shit like that. Mine's still gonna go back to 2008, 17-year-old Neko losing county finals. Like it's always that. That's the most bummed out I've ever been. Like nobody could tell me anything. You couldn't talk to me for months. Like that was just it. Like I wanted to go to state so bad in the worst way. And then after, like, actually I did get picked back up for probably however long it took between counties and the states taking place. They had called me in as a wild card because everybody had thought that I was gonna win the county in the first place. So I got brought on as a wild card for the team, but then I didn't get the position. They gave it to somebody from a like different region or whatever. So I didn't even get to go as the wild card to state. So then it was like double the fucking shit, man. You know, like you just start to get your hopes up for that position. Like, oh, I'll be able to wrestle my way in. And you don't get that shit, man. It sucks.
Yep.
But I've never been so far as to like I want to do anything to myself, like not that deep.
Right.
But she's on a different level, man. That is her career. It's a professional career, and she do always got to put on this front of like, you know, like the sexy outfits and like the sexy pictures, and like I feel like she goes hard to get that recognition from people and like that love and adoration, and then to go out there and lose in the fight, like I can understand why she feel how she feel, especially now twice in a row. And did she leave UFC or did she get cut?
I just think she didn't re-sign because they weren't offering the right amount of money that she wanted, I believe.
Okay.
And
well, I mean, it is what it is. But then I sometimes, you know, like the skeptic in me believes that I fuck, man, it's tough to say that, man, because people come for your neck nowadays. But some people be playing up this mental health shit a little too much these days. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Okay.
Not saying she is or she isn't, but I feel like that's how people like you tend to your audience. That's what's hot these days. Everybody's going to that. So
that's true. Even Diego Sanchez, Joshua Fabia told everybody Diego Sanchez was crazy and was in special ed. That dude, what the hell's wrong with him? Hey, speaking of BKFC and Diego Sanchez, they're saying that he is going to sign. I wonder, and I know this sounds crazy because of the weight classes, but I don't think it really matters. I wonder if they'll throw Chad Mendez and Diego Sanchez together. That'd be interesting. Just because they're both names. Probably more realistically, he'll end up fighting Tiago. What's the dude's name that fought GSP at UFC 100?
No, Silva.
Not Silva. Tiago the Pitbull. Oh man, I gotta look it up. But you know exactly who I'm talking about. But he's in the BKFC. Oh, Tiago Alves. Tiago Pitbull Alves. That's probably who I would guess that Diego would fight in his debut, only because they're about the same size and stuff like that. But yeah, you never know. But Neko, what's going on with wrestling, man? The odds came out for SummerSlam.
They got Cena over Roman.
No, man. Roman's like a 5-1 favorite. Bobby Lashley's like 6.5 to 1 over Goldberg.
Fantastic.
And I was kind of surprised. Nikki Ash is the favorite over Charlotte and Rhea, but it's only like she's only like a plus 150. I mean, a minus 150. So
No,
But
I need
Nico,
Rhea or Charlotte to get that off Nikki Ash, man. They can't be
but they're
doing
not gonna, and I'm gonna tell you why. I guarantee you what's gonna happen, Nico. So it's a 3-way dance, whatever, and there's no disqualification.
that. Yes.
Bro, Becky's gonna come down there, hit a couple Bexploders, and that's gonna be her introduction back into the WWE.
Yeah.
And
She is in great shape right now. I wouldn't mind
great.
that actually, as long as the road is leading back to her getting that, and then like a year down the line, the road leads back to Ronda fucking her world up.
Yeah. Hey, go ahead and read that, Chili Willy. He was agreeing with you. Can you see that?
I'm with you on that, Nico. When people are winning, you never hear about mental health, but when they start losing, all these problems. It's facts.
Yeah.
It's
That's
facts.
true. That's true, man.
Come out with that as the champ.
Yeah.
Like Tyson Fury.
Yeah, that's true.
Tyson Fury left as the champion, put on crazy amount of weight. Like you know that it was real with him.
Yeah.
You know it was real with him. He's always told it that.
Yeah.
I don't see it with these other and you never judge a book by a cover, man. But you say like, oh, I want to do this to myself one day. Then please don't hop on Instagram 2 days later with your ass cheeks out. Like, just don't.
Right.
Just
no,
don't
you're right. You're right about that. And the other thing, Chili, and it's not even just mental health, but it seems like a lot of people do that now in fights. If they lose the fight, I broke my ankle in training and I couldn't really train. Conor McGregor, he said that he twisted his ankle and he had a like a hairline fracture in his ankle now, and that's why he went down against Dustin Poirier. You know that, like, and a lot of fighters are doing that now. If you win the fight a couple years later, you'll be like, oh, I did go into that fight with, I don't know, something wrong with my elbow. They'll tell you later on. They're not going to say it right away after the fight, it seems like. But if they lose, they're quick to throw, hey, man, well, my girlfriend dumped me. I had tinnitus in my elbow, and I stubbed my toe on the way to the octagon. They're throwing out a million excuses. But it's always easier to say it after the fight, So I do agree with you guys. But at the same time, I do see with her, not with other people, but with her, I do see a lot of online bullying. People make her the butt of a lot of jokes. Which
Come
is kind of
on, Will. Stop. I'm the butt of a lot of jokes.
So am I, but we're not the butt of a million.
Brendan Carl gonna come over here and fry me up any day now.
Where is BC anyway? No,
and you know what the craziest part about Instagram is? You have the ability to turn off the comments. It's wild. It's like a paradox, man.
Yeah, that's funny. No, but I'm just saying, man, on another level, she does get roasted online like a ton, bro. She really does. If you read the comments, she does get roasted.
A lot of celebrities out there getting roasted by millions, dude. It's a lot.
Right. You're right, but not everybody can handle that. That's all I'm saying. And maybe she can't handle that.
Make a different account. Start catfishing. Make a different account with pictures that aren't you, and go interact with people like that. If you just have this desire to interact with people, but your fame is on another level, and with that fame, it's gonna come trolls, and this is how trolls behave, man.
Yeah, you're right.
It's shitty.
Yep.
But make a burner account like Kevin Durant did. That's what he do.
Oh man, Kevin Durant, that's the man.
You want to tell people that he the GOAT, so he do it on a different account. Like, stop it.
Yep, you're right. Hey, look, speaking of which, and we'll get back to WWE here in a minute, but I had somebody trying to catfish me the other week, and they were doing like a whole basically they get this picture of an attractive female, and then they're trying to get you into Bitcoin. And I was like, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Seriously? Like, and I was just laughing about it. Like, this is a joke. So they kept like messaging me and stuff. And I was just like straight up rude to them. And they're like, what's wrong? Why aren't you being nice to me? And blah, blah, blah. So then I looked at one of their posts and I noticed that this girl had tagged a bunch of African dudes in the post.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I knew it was like a dude from like Pakistan or Africa or something like that. That those are the guys that like try to
scam.
Yeah, they try to scam. So look, so I saw that one of the dudes' name is Sammy. So I went to this girl's thing and I saw the information and I hit the about, and her address was facebook.com/Sammy something. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Seriously? Are you that dumb? So I went back on there and I'm like, yo, I was like, I bet you smell like a taco truck, don't you? And they're like saying some other stuff there. What? You should cut that shit out right now. It was a whole thing, man. It was hilarious. But anyway, I'm like, look, either you're a dude in Africa or you're a 500-pound chick in the trailer park that smells like tacos. I was like, either way, Sammy, you're not fucking with me anymore. I was like, stop messaging me. Yeah. And then I went on their Bitcoin page and I put a link to their real page. And I was like, hey, this is the real dude right here that's running this page. And not only that, I was just bored. It was like 2 or 3 in the morning.
You're going in right now. You're going in.
So I did the reverse image search, and the lady whose picture they were using is like right in Myrtle Beach, and she's like some kind of like somewhat famous person who like sells like I don't know, like fashion stuff. But it was hilarious, and I'm like, hey, I found your other profile, and I sent it to them, and then they started blocking me. But I thought it was hilarious, bro. I troll the trolls, bro. I live for that kind of stuff, man.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, you got to, man. Chili's laughing at me, man. You laugh, Chili, but guess what? I catfished the catfish.
And it felt good.
I do, bro. Felt
good. Yep, you noodled them.
I noodled them. I catch the catfish, and then I put them in a bucket, throw some firecrackers in there, and light them up. But yeah, so anyway, back to WWE, Neko. I see that Ric Flair is almost definitely going to AEW. He was on that AAA show the other night with Andrade. I think he was managing him or whatever. Charlotte was backstage. That WWE blocked her from performing because she wanted to go out there and manage him, I guess, too. But bro, I'm telling you, Charlotte is going to be out as soon as she can. She's out.
Yeah,
no questions asked. No. But yeah, man. What do you think?
It's about to get so spicy, man. That's crazy. Is Charlotte go over AEW too?
Yep, you're right. Hey, look, let me ask you this. I didn't see SmackDown last week, I don't believe. What happened with Baron Corbin stealing Big E's car? Oh, no, the briefcase? Did you see that?
I didn't see it either yet. I didn't see it either.
I guess
I only saw the opening with Cena and Roman Reigns.
Got you. That is so funny. I typed in when is Charlotte Flair, and it came up contract up. That's funny, man. So let's see. I don't know. It seems like she's got to be leaving sometime in the next year or two. That would be my best guess. So I don't know. I really do believe though that Charlotte Flair will be there, and that will be a big hit to WWE. Yeah. Hey, Chili said that's awesome. He said Charlotte's going to. Yeah, she definitely is, Chili, man. I can see that shit a mile away, bro. There's a couple other people that I think that will end up going, but Charlotte's definitely going to be the most popular one to leave in the not too distant future. But man, they got a hell of a lineup over there in AEW, man, and they keep just adding to it, Neko. But yeah, man, what else is going on in wrestling right now? I saw that Doudrop got beat by Alexa Bliss last week. That was kind of funny. Alexa's birthday, I guess it was. They're still running that Alexa gimmick where she's supposed to be like Bray Wyatt, man. They got to get away from that.
I can literally hear the audience chanting, "We want Wyatt."
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Every time. Every single time. And that's why Rhonda made that, whatever. She made that comment the other week. But, man, all I'm going to say is if Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman go to AEW, I want Braun to bring back out the sheep mask.
Yeah.
Remember when he had the mask?
Yep.
The black sheep mask? Yep, he's got to do it. Yep. Roman and Cena was definitely shooting on each other on SmackDown.
Nah, they was going in. They was going in, man.
I don't think I saw it, man. I don't think I saw
Roman
Smack.
brought up Nikki Bella.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it
Nice.
got spicy.
Yeah. Hey, Chili, man. This is the thing, though, bro. I don't think that they, even though I didn't see it, I don't think those guys were shooting on each other as much as Vince likes to blur that line now. And he probably told them, go ahead and say something about Nikki. You know what I mean? Even if Cena maybe didn't know, I'm sure he told Roman at least, or something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like Vince likes to stir that pot a little bit. But yeah, man. So I'm not sure. We're missing Monday Night Raw right now. Actually, it ended, so that's cool. Neko, I will tell you two guys that I see AEW bound. Also, I think they'll end up with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. I think those guys will be there, and they will be a perfect fit.
Yeah.
And I hate the way WWE brings them back together, then splits them up, then brings them back together. They need to be together. They're boys. Start up a new type of Team Canada, and let them run it, man. Let them run things, bro. They should be tag team champions. It shouldn't be that Owens won the title and now he loses and he's got 50-50 booking and everything.
And I don't care what anybody says. I miss when tag teams would tote their countries.
Yeah, definitely.
Tote your fucking country.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, man. Absolutely. Back in the WWF, it was awesome. You had like the Rougeau brothers. You had, some different. Yeah. Oh yeah. The British Bulldogs, the Islanders. Yep. They had all kinds of great teams. Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik. What do you know about them, Chili Willie?
Come on, man.
Chili Willie didn't want any of those guys back in the 80s. He didn't want no part of the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov. They would have said Chili Willie,
Uncle Chill.
Hey, but anyway, man. Also, I did want to mention, I texted you the other day. I watched this movie the other night. It's a true story, and it's actually a remake of a Steve McQueen movie too, but it's called Papillon. And man, that is a good movie, bro. It's pretty badass. It will put you in the mindset of Shawshank Redemption.
Okay.
It is a jail. It is set in jail. Most of the movie is, and it's got Charlie Hunnam, who was Jax on Sons of Anarchy, and then it's also got, what's the guy's name? I know his name is it Remy Malik? Is that his name? I think so. The dude that played he played Freddie Mercury in that movie, and they all say how great of an actor he is. Yeah, Rami Malek. That those two are the stars of the movie, and man, it's a pretty badass movie, Nico. I think you should watch it. It's about, I think, like the 1960s, probably takes place in the 60s. Okay. Well, part of it does. I'd say it probably goes from like the 1960s up till the 70s. Nice. But it's pretty intense, man. I liked it a lot, and the fact that it's a true story and it's part of U.S. history is pretty, well, not U.S. history, world history. It doesn't take place in the United States, but that's beside the point. But besides that, man, just been watching my normal stuff. I did start watching the show called The Wilds, who I don't know who told me to watch it. I thought Nico told me, but he said he didn't. So
it was not me. Y'all tell him that I didn't tell him that.
I don't know who told me to watch The Wilds, but it's on Amazon Prime, and I watched the first episode, and it's pretty awesome too.
You got Amazon Prime, my guy.
You don't?
I don't think so.
You need to get with it, man. What the hell are you waiting on, bro? You need to get on that.
Man, I got some other things cooking up over here.
Hey, man, whatchamacallit, the 40-year-old virgin. He's like, how old are you? He's like, 40. He's like, oh yeah, man, you need to get on that.
Yes. Did it feel like a bag of sand?
Yeah, fuck yeah. AEW, you have to be careful not to load up with WWE releases, starting to look like WCW.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, but man, WCW, that's how they took charge for a while. They had those WWE releases. They had Hogan, they had Razor Ramon and Diesel. I know they were Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. Macho Man. I mean, they had a ton of those guys.
And they converted a lot of people, man. I remember when they picked them up, man. My dad jumped ship immediately. That was a WCW guy.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell him anything else.
Yep. That makes sense.
My friend Kevin and his pops, they were WCW guys, and it's because of those jumps.
Yeah. So, in a way, I'd say they need to be careful a little bit, not to overdo it, but
There's certain stars where it's like
yeah,
you'd be foolish not to. You're gonna
yeah,
let them go somewhere else.
yeah. I think that's the right
When you
way
have
though.
that when you have that many followers, especially in this day and age with Instagram, like if you look on somebody's page and they got 5 million plus followers, you gotta be like, they can
Yep,
get some eyes on the company.
yeah,
Like it's tough not to these days.
yep. That's true, man. But yeah, I mean, hey, you might not want to do all WWE releases, but several of them I think is a good idea. At least it'll get you in the game. It might not win the game for you. You still got to use your homemade stars, but
Hey, and the thing that they got cooking up for them is they got Impact Wrestling as well, that they have this relationship with, and they got New Japan who they have this relationship with. So it's like even if you do sign them over here at AEW, we can get our fix elsewhere for them. Like you kind of have to kind of keep up with these superstars and where they go.
yeah, that's true. Nico, I'm not sure who's the young guy that raps on AEW.
Oh man, I forget his name. I'm not gonna remember right now.
Okay, he's not like a known guy though.
He's good. He's
He
good.
is,
He's a new guy.
he is a young. Yeah, I don't know, man. I know that WWE is probably feeling pretty dumb that they let MJF go, bro, because that dude can talk on the mic like nobody's business.
Yeah, he's the best on the mic right now.
Yeah, he reminds me of the Miz a lot, man. He really does.
Top 5 heels right now.
Yeah. Yep. So, and look, love her or hate her, Charlotte Flair, when she jumps ship, other females in the company won't be scared to, and they probably will as well. I see that happening, and there's a lot of good talent out there that has been released by the WWE in the last month or two.
Yeah.
So it's definitely an interesting time in wrestling. I don't want to see it go down exactly like the whole WCW thing did, but the Khan family, they have that money back, and it's not like Ted Turner where he's like, oh, well, we're only going to put this much in and then we're going to stop. I don't think that Tony Khan and his father are going to stop putting in money until they're at least competing,
for sure.
So, pretty cool stuff, man. So SummerSlam is this weekend also. So we'll discuss that on Wednesday. We will discuss the fight between Jared Cannonier versus Kelvin Gastelum. That's happening this weekend as well. And so anything else you want to discuss before we put a bow on this thing?
Nah, man. Like you said, agree to disagree, man. Respect to you for supplying your arguments for Max.
Oh, yeah.
Aldo will forever be my GOAT. Same
All
way
right.
George St. Pierre. I don't care what Usman do. I don't care what nobody 170 do. Forever be my GOAT.
Hey, Nico, you know what the next one is going to be, though?
What?
And I'm even telling you now to give you time to prepare and do your homework. 135.
135. I don't even want to do that.
That's a tough one, man.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Why? Because you think it's Dominic?
No.
Who do you think it is?
What was Demetrius?
125.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because look, I see a lot of people online who all say it's Dominic, man, but I go with TJ, bro. I just think his run was more impressive.
Body of work was more impressive. Yeah. I won't give my input on that just yet.
And the other thing about TJ is he was finishing dudes, man. And you kind of have to give some credit.
I don't got input yet.
No, that's cool. I'm just telling you now, at some point in the not too distant future, me and TJ Dillashaw are coming for you, Nico.
All right.
All right, go ahead and bring us home, man.
All right, man. Y'all already know what it is. There's no need to adjust your screen. It's not Bruce Buffer, but you've been here live on TFG. Thank you for joining us. We'll holler at you guys next time. Peace.
Peace out.